So Rio, or the Guy or Die, and I have challenged each other to make the best transcoding server we can for a small amount of money. Now, if you don't know what transcoding is, it's basically video encoding, converting a video format from one format to the other. Now, this is inspired by a couple Linus Tech Tips videos, one being their 36-core rendering server that they showed off, where they set up a video server to automatically convert all of their camera footage to the GoPro Cineform codec, which is a lot easier to edit with. And so ever since that video, I've been using Cineform, and I've talked to Rio, or the Guy or Die, about it, and he started using it too. And so I got the idea, okay, I kind of want to set up some sort of automated process for that for myself as well, because it's really kind of complicated to use up your entire computer processing power to convert the footage. Well, then they Linus Tech Tips put up another video of their ghetto gaming rig that they use by buying cheap server parts off eBay. So I thought, why not combine the two ideas? So for this, I was going to start buying, I was going to set up a, ghetto eBay rigged transcoding server. I was talking to Rio about it, and he was like, we should do a competition. So this is the Renderthon, and we're going to be seeing who can get the best price per performance, which means how much performance we can get per dollar that we spend building our own transcoding servers. And this is going to be pretty cool.
Cineform Renderthon, the transcoding build-off server challenge between the Guy or Die and EposVox, where we try to build the best transcoding server for rendering our videos in Cineform for the cheapest price by eBay server parts. Thank you so much to Kingston for sponsoring this series by providing EposVox with his ECC memory, which keeps his build stable and secure throughout the entire rendering process. Visit the link in the description to learn more.
This is of course going to be a multi-part series as both of us go through and try to figure out what parts we're getting and put it together, and we're probably going to run into some issues in terms of getting our parts to work together. But I'm going to go ahead and jump the gun and start looking at parts, as I've already I made a thread playing dumb a little bit on the Linus Tech Tips forums trying to figure out compatibility for this stuff. And I'm going to try to lowball it. I'm going to try to go for about $150 on the core components, because that's what they did in their video. It was the CPU, the RAM, and the motherboard for about $150. So these are server motherboards, so they're going to be 2 processors, Intel Xeons, and a little bit of RAM. So I'm going to see what I can get, play around with that, and start checking out some eBay bids and see where we can go from there. Alright, so I've kind of screwed up a little bit, and I went ahead and spent more money than I expected to spend on the whole project. So we're redoing this. So my original plan, like I said, was to lowball it. I wasn't going to give out specs yet. I was just like as cheap as I could go. I already had a processor architecture and all that jazz going. But someone in the thread recommended going with LGA 1366 Intel socket type, which has hyper-threading, which means I could potentially get 6 cores that go up to 12 cores each and have 24 total processing cores to render video. So I went ahead and ordered a 1366 server motherboard, which was of course $150. So that's going to set me back quite a lot in terms of this price per performance battle, but it's got 12 freaking RAM slots, so I can have all the RAM in the world. It's got enough PCI slots for a USB 3.0 card, which is going to be important, and a graphics card. And it's got the dual Xeon sockets, so we can get hopefully some really nice processors.
Alright, so here's what I've been bidding on, right? It is some 16 gigabytes of 2x8 gigabyte RAM on eBay, and it's selling for pretty low. The bid before I entered was about $36, and I had to go all the way up to $46. I don't think I'm going to pay any more than, I don't know, I'd say I wouldn't pay any more than $60. But this is 16 gigabytes of RAM. I got about 11 minutes. About 11 minutes left on the bid. And I'm hoping that no one just puts a higher bid in like the last 30 seconds, because that'd be really inconvenient. Or if I should just up my bid to 60 now, because that's the highest I'm willing to pay anyways. Or if I can get away. It's like the risk payoff factor. Like I could go to 60 right now, but I don't want to have to pay 60 if I don't have to. And the last bid put on this was 6 days ago. So I'm pretty sure they'll get a notification that I outbidded them. And that's why I think they're going to swoop in at the last second and I really hope they don't. Because if I could get this for $50, it's gonna be great, because it is based on price being a factor.
Now, the first processors I was looking at were actually way too expensive. They were about like $100 each. So I can't go with, I can't go with 8 cores. So I'm gonna try to see if I can get with 6 cores before I worry about 4 cores. But I'm really excited to see what I can find with this, because this could be a really cool thing. An advantage I'm going to sort of have over Rio here is I have a contact at Kingston. I've done a lot of Kingston reviews before. And so I'm gonna see if I can't get some RAM from them for free. I'm hoping for at least 64 gigs. We'll see what we can pull off though. And then I believe I even have a power supply in my closet if I can find it. That will mean that I don't need to buy that. What I'm most worried about at this point is the graphics card. I in theory want at least a 750 Ti. Those are, it's like one of the top 4 or 5 rendering graphics cards for CUDA cores. I don't need to spend a ton of money on performance, because it's not meant to render super fast. It's meant to offload the usage off of my main computer. So I don't need to have the most powerful card in there, because the most powerful card for that would be Titan X or 980 Ti. I don't have that kind of money. I don't even have one of those on my desktop. But just enough to competently keep up with the rendering process. Hopefully be better than what he comes up with. But we'll see, because those are still about $150 that I don't have right now. So we'll see.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are within 30 seconds of the bid ending. I'm just gonna keep refreshing here to make sure no one steals this from me. This is gonna be awesome if I can snag this. I really hope someone doesn't last minute bid this though. Doesn't look like they are. Doesn't look like 18 seconds. If someone swoops in with 18 seconds, I'm gonna be actually more impressed than mad. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Alright, well, that, ladies and gentlemen, is how someone steals a bid from you. Alright. I'm kind of upset about that. I kind of knew that would happen. I do not eBay a lot. Actually, I don't think I've even looked at eBay in a very long time. I'm only looking at it now because price is something that's really important in this project. So I'm very upset, but it's not to say we can't find another good deal out there. There's probably a lot of other good deals out there, so oh well. We live and we learn, and now I know that does not work, so we know what to do next time. Alright, it looks like I found some Kingston 16GB 8x2 gigabyte 1600 ECC DDR3 DIMM, and the highest bid right now is $31, and it's got about an hour and 4 minutes left on the bid. I've learned my lesson this time. I'm probably gonna bid well over probably what I expect to pay. I would expect to pay. It's used and it says it's in good condition. So I'm probably going to I'm gonna put in like 60. I'm gonna put in 60 like 5 seconds before it gets it gets to the end of the bidding period, and then hopefully I will be able to snag that. If I'm not, then I'll move on to the next one, I guess. Alright, so I might as well tell you guys what motherboard I'm looking at. It is an Intel S5520UR. It's a server motherboard, and I've never worked with those before, so it's a little bit odd in the fact that I can't really figure out whether or not this will fit in a regular ATX case. It's designed for server racks, so the form factor is a little bit different, and I'm not sure. Yeah, it says it's supposed to work with a 1U rack, and those are server racks, and that's what fits them, but I'm still trying to figure out whether or not those will fit in actual cases. Okay, so it looks like I found the manual for it on Intel's website. I'm just gonna kind of scroll through and look for case, form factor, size specifications. Alright, so I'm making sure I get this one. I found Kingston 16 gigabyte 2x8. It's a typo. It says a typo. 2x8 RAM. It's ECC, so it'll work. DDR3 DIMM, 1600 megahertz. And we got about 40 seconds left, and I'm bidding more than double what the highest bid is right now. So just to make absolute sure that I get this. So I'm gonna wait till about 5 seconds, and I'm gonna click the confirm button. I've been on this page for a while, but I refreshed about 5 minutes ago, so it shouldn't be a problem. I'm gonna wait till 5 seconds, and I'm gonna place it. Alright. There you go. Let's see if I got it. And you have won this auction. There we go. And I'm not sure what to do from here, but I'll take a look and update you guys. Okay, so this is really cool, right? I bid $65, but no one else raised theirs, so I'm getting it for $33. That's awesome, and free shipping. Free 3 to 6 business day shipping on some 16 gigabyte ECC RAM DDR3 DIMMs. That is a quality deal. I'm very happy. Very happy indeed. This is going well.
Next time on Cineform Renderthon.
Came with these huge, awesome foam pads, and so that kind of made me want to order another one, because I'm gonna hang these up on my sound foam wall, and they're gonna make quite a nice amount of additional sound foamage.
And it looks like we've already got one package. And I'm about to open it up. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's some motherboard, but you don't know.